Natalie here. Welcome to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, here we talk all things health and life and relationship transformation. And there's a lot that goes into that. Thank you for joining me if you're new. And today we're going to talk about movement. And it's taken me a little bit to get around to making this video because movement is something that I've struggled with. Although we're made to move, that's what we do as humans is we move. But this is somewhere I've struggled in my life. So I was thinking, what? How am I going to share with you, what I've done to get myself moving? So here we go. So we're going to talk about why to move. We're going to talk about what kind of movement to move, like how to move, and what kind of movement is good for you. And we're also going to talk about how to set yourself up for success. So today we're going to talk about why we want to have movement in our lives. And we're also going to talk about what kind of movement is good for you and how to set up accountability for your movement so that when you make that decision to move, you keep doing it. And so here we go. So why do we want to move? First of all, when you change your state, when you change your physiology, you change your state. When you move, you can change your mindset. So, for example, if I'm upset, I cannot be upset, right? I cannot be mad or frustrated if I'm jumping up and down and I'm happy and it's still possible to do those two things at the same time. So movement can help you change your state. And so sometimes, if I'm upset, that's what I'll do. I'll go for a walk, or I have a mini trampoline, a rebounder, so I'll get up on my trampoline and I bounce up and down until I'm feeling better, and my mindset has changed. Another reason is circulation, improved circulation, better digestion, changes in neural pathways in your body that promote health. So they boost immunity. So when you change those neural pathways, you can boost your immunity. It increases brain function and can help you feel agile and almost feel like you can overcome every things in your life. You can overcome limitations because you feel good. And movement is not just about physical fitness. It's about mental fitness, and it's about all around fitness. Like I said, the neural pathways, it's about changing pathways in your body that lead to health and a feeling of well-being. So we need to be curious and pay attention to how we feel when we move. Why do you need to be curious? Well, in my history of movement, and I've tried a lot of different things, and I've not stuck to a lot of different things, to tell you the truth. And the reason being, I wasn't listening to myself. So if I see my husband, and he's a runner and he's running, and I say, okay, well, that seems like a good idea. I'll run too. Well, my body doesn't feel good when I run. I don't like to run. I don't enjoy it. And so then, at the end of the day, I might do it for 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 weeks. I might even do it for, a month, and then slowly it starts to dwindle away. It's not something that's doable for me. It's not something that I stick to. So how do you decide what kind of movement is good for you? You decide by listening to your body. There's a lot of different things out there. It could be just going for a walk. You know, even going, like I said, going for a walk can definitely improve your state of mind, and change. Going for a daily walk can change your mind. But you know, how about if walking is not for you? And we all walk every day anyhow, so walking is an easy thing, but but it's not an easy thing to stick to every day, because we have to plan for it. For me, for everyone is different. What's gonna work for you may not work for me, and it may not work for someone else. So you're gonna have to figure out what works for you. For me, it happens to be I like to dance, so I've picked up movement that includes movement like dancing and moving your body, and so that's what I do for my cardio. And I can put a link below to the to what I use, and I'm not an affiliate. I don't get paid by them. I just enjoy it because it connects. I use Kinergy, and you can go to kinergy.com, and they are amazing at connecting body, mind, and spirit into your movement. And it's a dance movement. So, and they have other ones out there. That just so happens to be the one that I like. But either way, you just have to find what works for you, so that it will be something. And movement has to be, if you're going to stick with it, movement has to be enjoyable. So someone who loves to run is obviously going to stick with running, right? They're going to get up every day, and even when they don't like it, but they like to run. So it's not going to be as much of a challenge for them as it is for me, who doesn't like to run. You know, you can try, you know, there's yoga, there's, you know, and we all know what is out there. It's just a matter of trying it. Maybe you try it once and you don't like it, then, you know, that's okay. You move on to the next thing. Maybe you try it for a week and you go like, if you've never done it before, you know, are you going to start to like it? But it's just a matter of try again until you find what works for you. And don't give up, you know, because there is something out there that you're going to find that you can stick to. I'll put a couple links below of what I use, and you can check those out. You know, as I progress, like I actually didn't even start with Kinergy. I started with yoga. I started with yoga, and that was just, you know, like just body stretching, because my body was so tight and I needed to stretch my muscles and stretch myself so that I could get to the point where, you know, I was comfortable moving in my skin. So, and then, you know, and this was a little bit at a time, and then building up to, you know, actually dance moves and Kinergy, and then finally adding a little bit of cardio. The other thing is, for movement, what's right for you should be baby steps, because stepping in and saying, you know, it's great. People step in and they go, oh, I'm gonna exercise for an hour and a half, like every day for the next month. You know, an hour and a half, if you haven't been doing it, an hour and a half could seem like a long time. The first week, you're pumped, you're in it, you know, you're doing it. And then the second week, an hour and a half, you know, it's cutting into your day. You're thinking about all the other things that you need to do. So it needs to be doable. So like, if you haven't been doing it at all, doing 10 minutes of yoga or 5 minutes of yoga to start might work. And that, you know, and then you build up to like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And then you build up to like 30 minutes of something. And, you know, for me at this point, I've decided like 30 minutes of cardio and 30 minutes of strength training at least 3 to 4 times a week for strength training works for me. That's what works for me. If I go over, I start to lose interest. I'm not there yet. And so, you know, it's about taking your time and doing what's good for you, because some movement is better than no movement. Especially when you consider all the benefits that you get. And it's not just about the physical body. It's about the mood and the relationships. You can relate better. Your mind is clearer, you know, all of that. So Just absolutely amazing benefits. Accountability now. How do you set yourself up for success? You set yourself up for success by um, through accountability. How do you set up accountability? Well, there's different ways. You can have a buddy system. You have a buddy that you work out with, or that that you check in with, like after you're done with your workout. Yep, I'm done today. For me, the buddy system that works. The check-in works. Buddies. I'm a talker. Like to jibber jabber. So having a buddy system to work out isn't for me, because I need to. I'm someone that, I just need to get to it. I need to get into it and not have any distractions when I'm exercising, because I just make it like a me time. And for others, group workouts, whatever, that could work also. Another way to set up accountability that I found that helps is you find like-minded people, like in groups, like private groups. I have private Facebook groups that I belong to, that I can check in with, to see what they're doing, what advice they have, where my struggles are, and I can go to them to get over my hurdles and get over my stuck points, because it's inevitable. You start something and then you feel kind of stuck, and then the tendency is your brain, that back part of your brain kicks in, and tells, oh well, this is too hard, or this is it's too much, and you want to quit. So this helps you keep going, because most of us are quitting whenever we're just about to hit that milestone. And so to prevent that from happening, setting up accountability is the best way to do that. Private Facebook groups, I don't know, I think they're awesome. They work for me. It might work for you. And you can look. I'm sure you can do a search for whatever your interests are and find a group that works. Another way to set up accountability is to get a coach, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, if that makes sense. And so we do know that we're struggling to get to where we want to be, right? So, but we don't know, and we know like some of the steps that we need to take, but sometimes getting those steps in the right order, and then having somebody that has proven results and has gotten success from what they're doing, can save you like years and times and different times of making mistakes, and having to start over, and help you get your results quicker. So I think getting a coach, people think that coaches are, maybe it's just a money maker thing. They just want to take your money. But, a lot of times coaches have proven results. They have like proven systems that if you repeat what they've done, you're going to get results. And they're also good at helping you through your hurdles. So they're good at helping you through those stuck points. So the points where you feel like you want to quit, or you're stuck, like you're not following through, and they can be there to help you get through those points. And they can also be there to give you a little kick in the butt, like when you're not doing, give you that little push that you need when you're not doing what you should be doing. So coaching is awesome. So with that said, we all feel like we don't have time in our day. We don't have we make excuses, for not getting up and moving. But another little trick, just to throw out there, a little tip or trick that I use is, setting up my watch to alarm me like every hour, just to get up and take like 700 steps every hour. I stop whatever I'm doing, and then 700 steps, because my goal is 10,000 steps a day. I sit at a desk all day and work, and I can really get lost in my work and forget. And I'm looking up, and it's like 4 hours later, and I've been sitting for the last 4 hours and not moving. And by the time it gets to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if I haven't gotten some steps in, chances are I'm not going to get to those 10,000 steps, because like, there's so many, my day's pretty full, it's pretty busy, and I have a lot that I'm doing. And then, at the end of my work day, I still have homework to do. So, yeah, so setting yourself up with a timer. So little tips and tricks. And those are tips and tricks that a coach can help you with also if you're not sure what to do. So anyhow, to recap, getting yourself moving increases circulation, promotes healing of your body, puts you in a better mood. And especially when you're doing the exercises, I don't want to call them exercises, when you're moving in a way that makes you feel good, that you feel good about, that you like. And to ensure success, you want to make sure you set up accountability. Without accountability, most people don't follow through. And that's probably, actually, 98% of people are not following through because they don't set up accountability. So set yourself up for success. If you like the video and this is for you, hit the like button below. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. And today I'm grateful for you, and I thank you for joining me. Everyone have a blessed day.